What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Echoes of Elsewhere, where we wander through forgotten places and uncover the stories that linger in the shadows. I'm your host, Courtney Autumn, and I am back this week with the first guest of Season 3. Kenneth is an urban explorer that takes us into the heart of Chicago's hidden spaces, places where silence hangs heavy and history breathes through every broken window. He's also a voice in the Bearded Villains Brotherhood, where camaraderie and charity go hand in hand. In this conversation, we'll step with him into the abandoned corners of the city and learn how exploration, community, and giving back all converge in his journey. So settle in. This one is layered with grit, heart, and echoes you won't soon forget. Yeah, where are you at exactly?
I live in Burbank, Illinois.
Okay.
I mean, it's outside of Chicago.
Gotcha.
Suburb outside of Chicago, basically.
Okay, so what kind of got you into exploring to begin with?
Ooh, when I was like 8 years old, I got my BMX bike, and at the time we just had to be home before the lights came on. So I had
Yeah.
got into the wheels and ended up finding a dirt hill on the tracks. And all these other kids were riding their bikes and doing whatever wheelies off this hill. We were just flying down, just going. And then one day, some kids are like, "Let's just go ride down the tracks." I was like, "Okay, let's do this." Yeah, it seems pretty cool. We're all a bunch of kids on a bike, just rolling down the track, seeing what's up. And ended up finding some old railroad shacks. They had cool signs and just stuff left behind from crews that were, working along the railroad. Found the spikes and old hammers, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Like, all right, rock and roll with it. Let's do it. And then from there, maybe like a year later, a house burned down by our apartment that when I was a kid we were living by. And then once again, here I am. Like, ooh, I wonder what's inside there. Like, it sucks that this place burnt down, but maybe there's something cool inside. Like, anybody leave anything behind?
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, I go inside and you find all types of toys, or it was old clothes. And then I found somebody living in one. I was like, "Dude, this place just burned."
Oh no.
Yeah, he was like, "Don't tell nobody I'm here. Don't tell nobody." And I'm like,
Wait, hold on. He was like living in one of the rooms in the burned down house?
"Yeah." He's like, "I got no rules."
Oh my god.
And I'm like 8 years old at the time, so I'm like, "All right."
Holy crap.
Yeah, and I'm like, "It's cool, dude. Like, I'm out. I'm just gonna go and go up on my way."
Oh my gosh, that's insane. Wait, how long had the house been burned down?
Literally, when I first went into there, it was probably burnt down about no longer than a week before I went into it.
What? That guy made himself
Made
at
himself
home
right,
there so quick.
and I didn't go in there at first because I figured it was all wet. The fire hoses were in there and everything. I'm just gonna.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, I said, "Hey, nothing else to do. Let's go inside this burnt down house and see how it goes."
And find a man, apparently.
Really? Yeah. Hey, what's up, dude? What's going on?
That's not an everyday find.
No. And then from there, it was just like, all right, cool. I guess people got to live somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Yeah. And from there, I just became the curious. Everything that just became locked up or just abandoned. Now you get that taste of what could be in there. You're like, let's see if this one has somebody living in it. Let's see if this one has whatever.
Exactly. So have you just kind of been exploring since then, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I always had the wander bug, like let's see what's over here. Like, even if in school, I ended up finding out that our school had a hidden swimming pool when I was in grammar school.
What?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Did you find it?
Yeah, we found, like, me and this other group of kids, we found, like, we were supposed to
What?
be going to the bathroom, and one dude's like, "Hey, look at this sign over here. It says there's the swimming pool." I'm like, "There ain't no swimming pool. Nobody told us to go. We can go swimming." He's like, "But look, it says swimming." This was probably what, sixth grade, like, going like into junior high. So
Was there water in it, or was it
no,
just
it was
like
just
an empty pool?
an empty pool. One of the bando.
Did y'all go into it?
We go well. We ended. Yeah, we walked around it. We thought it was pretty cool. Like,
I would have been taking a skateboard down there or
right,
something. So cool.
that's what we were thinking. We should have brought something more. But then, like, shortly
That's
after
funny.
that, I don't know if other kids got word of it, and like more, it eventually got locked up. So we were all like, we snoozed.
Dang it.
Yeah, exactly.
That sucks. That sucks. So, do you still explore a lot today?
Yeah, I think even more. It's even more heavily. Like I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned to you, it's like it's my relaxation.
It's your therapy.
Exactly, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I feel too.
People go and they do whatever they got to do to free their mind. I got behind the camera and started having fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
It was
That's what it's all about.
like it became pretty interesting when like you start seeing things that nobody else sees.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're like, I see this in a frame. People are like, oh, that's just like a chair. Like, no, wait, wait,
You're like, you wait
wait and
until I
see.
post
Just
this on Instagram.
you'll see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Do you get to stay pretty busy exploring around there in your area?
Uh, you know what? Yeah, and recently we've been finding more and more. So it's like we got a list that we always come up with. I mean, I'll explore by myself, but not too much. It's usually a group of us, and we all do our little homework on everything. That's kind of the fun part of it too. I feel like it's like the Sherlock Holmes type of deal. You find one clue,
Uh-huh. You get to
and you
investigate.
another clue, and then you find another clue, right? And
Hmm.
you're just ending up with this big prize at the end.
Yeah, that's so true. So whenever you guys go explore, do you try to hit a lot of places in like one go kind of thing?
A couple weeks ago we had like a list of about 9 places, and I think we hit about 7 of them. Like the other 2 we couldn't get it.
It's not bad.
That was a good
Oh, that's
but we were like so amazed at the end, like, dude, we got to 7 of these places out of 9. That's pretty cool. Right? Comes a challenge.
that's pretty good.
Like, how many more can we get into? Like, we're gonna come back later on. This might have to be a night mission.
Exactly. Exactly. Do you have a favorite type of place that you like to explore, like hospital, house, or anything like that?
My favorite have been the Gothic churches.
Mm.
Those right there. We have an abundance of them in Illinois.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. Years ago, like the churches just shut down all these churches, and they've just been sitting around now. And some of them, like, it's the stained glass that draws me.
Hmm.
I just get weak in the knees when I see that stained glass. Like my buddy has shown, he's shown me quite a few places, and he'll like stay back as I enter. He's like, I already been here, bro. You go see, you go see. And I was like, okay. And I go in there, and then my jaw just drops. It's like, holy, wow! Look at this stained glass just right in front of me. It's amazing, and it's
Hmm.
all intact. And wow, how? Once
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
see that,
Are a lot of the churches there still intact, or are some of them ruined?
uh, we went to one recently that was fun getting into, but it wasn't because we had to kind of like ninja crawl up the wall to get into it, and then walk a plank to get to the rest of the building.
Oh, crap. Oh, no.
Yeah,
You had to really work for that one.
yeah, exactly. But like, it wasn't too much to look at on the inside.
I see.
It was still nice to see because it wasn't the normal Gothic churches that we would go into, but it had a balcony seating to the church. So it was like
Ooh.
massive. Picture a dome, and you have all this seating going around you, and then the lower level, and then the stage under you. So that's what it looked like. But the floor looked like
Oh,
a
wow.
half pipe for skateboarding. That's how it was just bad. Like, should we really be walking on this? Like,
Yeah.
it'll be all right.
Have you done a lot of other stuff? Are there a lot of abandoned schools around you?
And that's another one. But like a lot of the good ones are like really locked up. So
Oh,
we
no.
have to go back to like considering, night missions, trying to find this might have to be a roof. Might have
Mhm.
to go to a rooftop to get to this one. So it goes to the back of the list, but it'll get done.
Yeah.
It's gonna get done.
Yeah. At some point, anyway. Do you go by yourself often? You said no, right?
I've done a few places, but yeah, it depends. It depends on the place, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't generally like to, but I'm a girl, so it's a little different. It's a little
I don't
different
know. I
for
just
me.
think it's fun when you go with other people. I don't mind
Yeah.
busting my own, but when you go with people, to be like, "Hey, come over here, look at this. Come check this corner."
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you share
That's so
with
true.
people. You're like, "That's pretty cool." Yeah. Oh man, I didn't see that before. Hold up.
That is true. Yeah. They always get you on something you looked over.
Yeah, that second pair, third pair of eyes, I always see something else.
Yeah, I totally agree. What's your favorite place that you've done, like, in life?
Oh, so it was the Chicago Damon silos that recently have been demolished.
Ooh.
Yeah, they were like the big thing in Chicago to go explore.
Oh, really?
They did
Okay.
like scenes from movies in there, all types.
Oh, wow.
One of the bridges in the silos was blown up for one of the Transformer movies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was cool, but they have one building still standing, and
Oh, really? Okay.
when you start seeing it come down, though, you're like, oh, damn, we should have gone one more time.
Uh-huh.
That's all we needed.
Yeah. The sad part about them getting demolished is, like, you always think you should have gone one extra
Could have
time.
gone one more. Like it was so cool in that building because it was like a maze. Just going into it, getting into it, you had to climb a little bit. Well, for us, maybe other people had other ways, but we didn't find our way until we had to climb.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so we climbed a little bit and found our way in. They was just like we found like truck tires in there. Like, where the hell did truck tire come from? How do you fit this in here? Like, what the hell happened?
That's so random.
Yeah, you find garbage cans and just random shit that was in there. It was like, who, what? You start thinking like, why was this brought over here? Who, why? Like
Yeah.
for us, that was like, and the fun part was the climb. So once you got in, there was a ladder on the silos that you climbed all the way to the top, and from there you got such a beautiful view of the Chicago skyline.
Oh, I bet, because that's gotta be far up there, right?
Yeah, I don't remember how high they were up, but when we were up there, we are like, oh, that's pretty high.
I assume you don't have a fear of heights then.
No, no, not at all. To me,
That's probably helpful in this sport.
yeah, the higher the better. I think because the view. I
Mhm.
think that's one of the main things that I like getting out of it is the view
Mhm.
into the city. Like a few of these churches that we've gone to, like we climbed up to all the way to the peak, and you open a window, and boom, there's the skyline. You're like, whoa,
Wow.
look
That's
at
so
that,
nice.
and it just mind blowing to what you can see that other people probably will never see.
Yeah, agreed.
You're out.
I'm like a heights junkie too, so I get that fully.
I got I'm envious of like crane climber.
Oh my god. Tell me about it. I could watch that content all day. Like on my Instagram, I could just watch people climb cranes and the people that climb the radio towers
Yeah.
or whatever.
Do you see?
Holy shit. That have like the flashing bulb on the top. I'm like,
And
what the?
whenever I see it, I'm like, what the heck?
I know. I'm always looking up at them like, there ain't no damn way. Like, I'm a heights junkie and I would love to climb even half that high, but all the way up there, and those people are standing up there with like no hands. They're like controlling their drone and they're just
Right.
standing up there like they're on the sidewalk.
Or they're up there doing one armed chin ups and everything. I'm like, really?
I know. I saw one the other day and this dude was hanging off of something and he was doing pull ups. And I was like, bro, what is going on? I don't know. I still get a little shaky, in heights, like just like my adrenaline's going. I'm just a little shaky. I couldn't even like hold my phone steady, much less be up somewhere doing a chin up or a pull up. I would let myself go.
I always have to warm myself up to the edge. I want to see over it. I do. But
You're like 1 square inch at a time.
Exactly. Baby steps. Closer. We're almost there.
You're like heel to toe, heel to toe.
Exactly. And then my worst thing is worrying like if my camera's gonna slip out, like if I'm trying to get a shot over the edge.
Oh my god, no. I never even thought about that. No, you done just jinxed me. I'm gonna have to get something to like strap my phone on my hand.
Oh, exactly. Like you try to get that video shot of the edge coming over, and
your phone is gone.
it's like whoops. Like, no. Like right now, I have a case with a hook on it, so I can wrap my fingers in it.
Oh, that's smart. I need to get one of those.
And just
there you go.
Hold on for dear life if I have to with it. Hopefully, that will save me if I ever do fall.
You're like, it's dangling there, but I got it.
The phone just gets caught in like a small crevice.
The phone falls out of the case.
Exactly. Hook.
You're like, I tried.
Right. Good.
If I can't get into a bando, but there's like a hole in a window or something and I can stick my hand through and record for a second so I can at least see inside. I always say I'm going to stop doing that because one of these days I'm going to accidentally drop my phone inside of the house and either have to break and enter to like get it back or have to call somebody or I don't even know. Like my phone's
Man,
gone,
you can play it off like, hey, someone stole my phone and I pinged it and it's in this building.
Until they realize it's like still recording on video.
I don't know what it must have automatically.
Well, 35 minutes later.
Right. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stop doing that though, I think. But you bring up a valid point about the heights too, because that's another risky situation for a cell phone.
We were recently at a church and my buddy's like, go out, knock yourself out. And I climbed to the top because I wanted some aerial footage of the ground. So you can get to the top and you can see the church from however high it was. It was pretty high up there. And I was like, oh boy, yeah. I was like having that image of my phone falling. Like, no. And then my hand going, no.
Slow-mo. Right.
I'm like, is the video going slow as it falls?
It would only be funny if the phone survived so that way you could replay the footage later and like use it for content and be like, look what happened.
Look at this cool view I got of the phone falling.
That would not happen for us, I don't think.
No, my phone would die. I'm still like
I'm up too high.
I'm behind on the phones. Like I'm working with an iPhone 12 right now.
I was not that behind. I think I had like an iPhone freaking 6 for literally the longest time, and I refused. I was like, listen, the phone is fine, so I'm going to just keep the phone.
Yeah,
I can text and I can call. But then when I started making content, I was like, I should probably get a better phone.
That's how I feel. I'm like, I do a lot of editing on the go, so it's all through the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's boom, boom, boom. Hey, it's I can use Lightroom right here. I can do everything I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect. Why do I need to get rid of the phone? I need a new phone, yeah.
You're not that far behind, though.
I was like, oh,
Now, if you have a 12 in like 3 years, then that might be a little problematic.
right, it's gonna stop updating.
Because that'll be in like 7 phones from now.
I know. I'm like, one of these days I'll go to the store and I'll go get a new one. We'll see. This one,
No, you'll wait till you drop that one and break it, and then you're like, now is the time.
I'm gonna do it on purpose, probably. Oop, gotta go get a new one now.
Subconsciously, anyway.
Right.
Now that we've talked about it so much, it'll just happen.
Right, exactly. I always like, I'm not supposed to at work, but I like to film the city from from at work, and I'm not supposed to be doing that. But then that's one of those things I'm always like, oh, what if my phone falls out, and
Oh no.
I gotta jump out and go get it.
What do you do again?
I am the company's called it's a passenger train throughout the city.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Do you like your job?
I love it.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I get the view of the city from way different angles, meet all types of people all day. I used to run the trains through the subway. That was awesome. Like, you used to see people in the subway, like people living in there. And you're supposed to like report these people, but I didn't. I'm like, I'm gonna try to find this guy later and find out where you're going, because I was who.
You're like, you know of any bandos?
Well, yeah, the thing is, like, they do have like abandoned stations throughout the city.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
like, I talked to a few of them, and they're like, yeah, they're around. They're around.
That's smart thinking.
Right.
You're very resourceful.
Oh yeah, there's a few places out of the station I work, and I'm trying to find my way in, but they seem to be locked up unless it's another rooftop thing. But I just haven't gotten the time to do rooftop action for them.
Is that like common around there? If you can't get in on the ground, you can try the roof type of situation, or
I believe so.
yeah,
I mean,
that's interesting.
in the suburb areas, I believe, like, everything is locked up from the ground up, but people don't think you're gonna be willing enough to go up to the top.
I see.
And work your way down.
They're at least gonna make you work for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll go. I'll climb to the roof. It don't bother me.
Yeah, but that's not everybody, like you're saying.
Right.
So, does the crew that you usually go explore with, are they kind of like you are as far as that is concerned? They all kind of climb and they're not afraid of that?
Yeah, we're all pretty much like, all right, well, if we can't get in on this way, let's see where else we can get in.
Yeah.
Well,
that's good.
We all hope for that loose board that's covering an open window, but or we were out one day and we were like, oh man, I heard this place is pretty locked up. So we go check it, and it's wide open. The door is just wide open. We're like,
dang, that's lucky.
So we're like, do we go in? Do you think this is a setup? Do you?
Like, is this a sting operation?
Looking around for cameras, sensors, something. We're like, this is too good to be true. Because this was a very nice church that it was. And the door just happened. It was just wide open. Like, screw it. Let's try it. Let's go on in. See what happens. Test the waters out. We did a couple feet at a time. Like, hello?
Snooping around a bit.
Exactly. Hello? Hello? Let's go. Keep going. Next 2-3 hours later, we're like, oh, I guess this was all right.
And the time will go by quick too.
Oh my goodness. Another time we were at some warehouses. These warehouses are like unbelievable in the city because like they've been around forever. They get used into many different things, from whatever they were in the beginning to machine places to storage to whatever, and then to find them abandoned, it's like now you find all the remnants in there. You find little pieces, then you find a lot of like old old freight elevators. Those are always pretty cool to find.
Ooh, oh, that would be so cool. Yeah.
But the only thing that sucks is like once people see these freight elevators, people either take the wires or they cut the wires, and the freight elevator is just all smashed to pieces.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So they don't even work anyway.
but it's cool because you see the outside of the elevator and it has that old hand, floor one, floor two.
Uh-huh.
Like that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
We
I didn't even think about that though, that people go in there and like scrap those places right away.
Yeah, like we went to a spot too, and it was a bank, an old bank, and that was one that the door was wide open again. We were like,
You're counting your lucky stars with those.
real. We were like, hello, 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 but they left some of the bank intact, but majority of the bank was scrapped up, and you could still see the cool windows and the old tellers, and some of the old safes were still left around. That was
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, seeing like that stuff, and they even had an elevator in that one, but it didn't. Not it's not going to work, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Still intact. Like, we're like, should we play with it? Should we not? Think it'll go up? Win it? Are we going to fall?
I know. I don't even know if I would trust it. Not enough to try it anyway.
Right. Like all the things that your parents tell you not to do, kind of go out the way.
Exactly.
In a bando,
Yeah.
you're like, I know I'm not supposed to do this, but
We're already here.
I'm
We're already this far.
who's gonna know? Nobody will know. It'll be all right.
Well, yeah, no one if you don't get in trouble.
Exactly.
Have you ever gotten in trouble for trespassing or anything before?
Knock on wood, no.
No. Have you ever had like an encounter of any sort, like with anyone?
I had my buddy though. One of the last times we were out, they're like, "Dude, there's a guy back there. Like he's sleeping, but I hope he's sleeping. Let him sleep. I'm not gonna bother him because like in my line of work, like we get a lot of homeless people sleeping on our trains.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are crazy. A lot of them are crazy. And if you wake them up, you just like woke up the crazy. It's like swatting at a
You just woke the beast.
swat at the hornet's nest, and here you're gonna hear it.
Yeah, I get that. I'm like that too, though. I think that like a lot of people get worried about running into squatters, and stuff like that, even in an abandoned place. And I'm just like, yeah, but a lot of times if you don't mess with them,
Yeah, like
they don't mess with you. You almost have to ignore them completely. So,
at work when I have to deal with them, like I carry a pack of cigarettes with me. I don't really smoke. Every once in a while, I might, but I have a pack with me to use as like a barter system with them. Like, hey, I need you to get off this train because they're gonna put it away. Sometimes they'll be like, "No, f you, I'm sleeping. Leave me alone."
oh no.
I'm like, "Bro, I got 2 cigarettes for you. You can smoke them outside this train." And he's like, "Okay, I'm getting up."
Uh-huh, that's smart. You're smart.
you learn to overcome and adapt, and like,
Uh-huh.
like if I ever ran into squatters or anything, I don't think I would personally. I might have to start interviewing him. Like, hey, what other spots do you sleep in?
You're like, so how long have you been
Right.
homeless? You're like, how many different abandoned places have you slept? Can you put them on my map?
Right. Can you give me a Yelp review on each one of them? How much
Can you send me the coordinates?
that?
Can you text them to me? At least that's another perk though that you get from your job. So it kind of plays into your benefit as far as your hobby is concerned, which is pretty niche.
I think it kind of like mended into it too, because like I just started. not wearing,
It sounds like you speak their language anyway, since you come equipped with cigarettes and such.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes, and it's cool too because they always have like stuff to give back too. They're like, "Oh, I got this bottle of booze. You want to trade? You don't got this, or I got."
They're just used to bartering their whole lives. Yeah, I can imagine. You're like, no, I just want you to get off this damn train.
You freaking people, you gotta go. Hey, you gotta put these on. Come on.
Do you always just like dread it when you see someone coming to get on the train and you just know they're
Oh,
going to be a problem and you're like, God damn it, here we go again?
try to not deal with. If I see one that I know that's gonna act a fool, try to leave them behind, or I try to like,
Try to leave behind.
yeah, closing, close the doors. And you see fine because they cause a lot of trouble if you let them go.
I could just like, I don't know, that was so funny to me. I can just see that playing out in my head. Like you just being like, sorry, like, gotta shut this door. There's like 3 people on the train. You're like, nope, we're full.
We gotta save the air conditioning. Sorry, gotta close the door.
You're like, I can't let the flies in.
Exactly. We gotta save this air.
You're like, this AC ain't free.
Right. Hey, good money for AC. Come on.
I love it. That's so funny. Well, speaking of AC, do you explore a lot in the summer or is it like incredibly scorchingly hot there like it is here in the South?
No, summer is very humid. I'll explore no matter what weather. If my buddy hits me up and says, "Hey, let's go explore," but it's like 0 degrees out, put pants on.
Yeah. So you adapt to the
Yeah.
weather. You don't let that bother you.
I've learned lessons from being, going into places. Like I used to just wear shorts and cool. At least I feel comfortable. I got the wind breathing through me. My legs are, staying nice and cool. But then there was times where you go through bushes and
Yeah, that's the worst.
ticks or bugs or all types of stuff. Find your way.
Thorns.
Yeah, the thorns start scraping up on you.
Uh-huh.
Spiders find their way crawling up your leg. You're like, oh shit! Whoa, 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 whoa! That's
Mhm.
pay for that.
I gotta start charging for that.
Like, whoa, give me a drink first, buddy.
You're like, not on the first
No,
date.
I'm not that type of guy.
Not on the first bando.
Right. You got to show me something worth seeing.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't think I can wear pants in the summer. I've decided that much, but then I always regret it because it's always the days where I'm like going into the most overgrown place and they got like rose bushes outside. And like next thing you know, my leg's bleeding for the rest of the fucking day. And I'm just like, but I can't because it's 100 degrees. So wearing pants sounds just as psychotic to me. Like there's no middle ground around here.
Like one of the first times I decided to, all right, let's put pants on. It was like 115 degrees outside.
What the hell? That was already your first mistake.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm just asking for a heat stroke today.
Well, because like it was an abandoned stretch of the railroad that we were walking on. So I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be a lot of brush around here. We just wanted to walk it and see, what used to be here. What do we find? What do we see? It was pretty cool. Wasn't much. Like one end we walked, it was just like walking, just walking and walking. We did like a Forrest Gump and started walking and walking and walking until we couldn't walk no more. Until it became attached to the active railroad, and we were like, all right, let's get out of here before trains through here. They started. Then we started walking back another way, and that's when it got a little more interesting. Now we find homeless people, we found camps, found graffiti everywhere, old records, like all over. But it was weird just finding these records all over the place. But it all ended up connecting to active railroad. So it was just abandoned in that little spot.
That's interesting.
Yeah, well, it was, but like it sucked because it was 115 degrees out with the sun
Yeah.
right over you.
And y'all just kept walking and walking.
Right. So
I would have called it a day. I would have been like, we need to go back to the car. It is time to go.
and once you start going though, you're like, okay, let's keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, hey, no, you know what? You can't turn back now.
Oh, see, I think about it the opposite way because I'm like, the further I keep moving away from the car, the longer I have to get back to the car. And when it's over 100 degrees, that's not an ideal situation to be in, especially like when you're out exploring because there ain't no gas station nearby.
No. Luckily, I had my Camelback on me. Like I always carry that if I'm in the summer.
You had pants on and
And I
that,
had my Camelback.
and you did not pass away.
That's everybody. They're like, man, you can keep on. It was cool though, because like once you start finding like railroad, you're like, oh, let's find another one. Let's find another one.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, there's this abandoned station under the city of Chicago that they built years ago, and it's just sitting there under downtown Chicago. And to me, I'm like, I always ask the old timer, workers, like, where's the door that takes me to this place? Oh, I don't even know if that place was real. I'm like, it's on the news all the time. They're always talking about this station, how Chicago spent all this money to build it, and then they just stop. And I'm like, you've been here for 30 years, and you don't know.
They said they don't know if it's real.
Like, come on, somebody help me out.
You can't figure it out with enough research. I mean, you work in the city.
Right? I mean, I've been told places, but it's like you look at some of these ways, and I'm like, really? Okay, all right. Let me see who got a key, because like all these doors, why you gonna lock this? But there's always
who
always
who does have the key to that, do you think, though? Like, who would need the key to an unoccupied underground area?
right. I'm like, and they're like, oh, you can't be down there much longer because the air is different down. The air quality is trash now down there, so you would need a respirator to be down there. Okay, give me a respirator.
I know, right? You're like, what else?
Go to Home Depot and pick me up. I'll be.
I'd be doing the same thing. You show up to work tomorrow, I'm like, I got the respirator.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Where's that key?
Right.
We need the key.
Who's coming with me?
Do you see a lot of abandoned places while you're at work? Do you catch like new stuff since you've been doing that? And you're like, oh shit, look, there's an abandoned place.
I don't see too much anymore. They're like really picking up a lot of the neighborhoods, but on other lines, you will I'll see a lot of. I think I found a lot of churches that way. You just drive
Yeah.
right along
Mm-hmm.
the side of them, and you start looking, and you're like, oh, I got to come, walk over here, right? Or Google it, or start looking up all the info. My first thing is always looking to try to get a peek of the name of the church, or I'll pin it on my phone real quick and be like, all right, what church was this? And then I can see, oh, it's been closed since such and such date. Let me look into this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you pin that and you start walking by over there, because they're not the greatest neighborhoods. So
I can imagine. Yeah.
like you kind of go when you can. I grew up in a decent neighborhood, but I've always traveled through the rough neighborhoods. So I kind of always felt like I can go wherever the hell I want. If I survive going through here
Yeah.
younger, I can still go wherever the hell I want to go.
Yeah.
Use with nobody. I can usually talk to people and come out best friends with people.
Well, yeah. You have to be good at that to do your job, I would think.
Well, my line that I do, I have a lot of regular people, so
Mm-hmm.
I talk to a lot of them, and it's fun because they bring you food, they bring you
Oh, that's
Yeah, because
nice.
I mean, everybody works at like different places. I got people who work in restaurants, people who work in bars, they work at hotels. They, here had this food here, and they were getting rid of these soaps at this place, and here you could have this. Like, okay,
You're like, thanks.
hmm?
You're like, they didn't tell me when I started the job that I would be getting gifted all these
Yeah.
things.
They're like, oh.
That's nice.
I'm like, they're like, you're always good. You're fast. You get me to work on time. I can go. I can
Hmm.
be and this and that. I'm like, that's all I want to hear. You get to work on time.
That's nice. At least you have nice people on your route. How long have you been doing that?
10 years.
Oh, wow. Oh my god, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you must like it then.
I do. It's for me. It's like because once I'm in the train, that little compartment that I'm locked in, that's my office right there. And I'm taking care of it. The rest of it's my ship, and I'm running it. It's either going to be a crazy day or it's going to be a smooth ride. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. You're like the captain, basically.
And I have my crazy people on there, and I tell them, please don't be crazy until I need you to be crazy. Sometimes I do their backup.
Don't be crazy until I'm not here.
I'll let you know when the crazy can come out.
So what does your schedule look like? Do you get a lot of off time or
I mean, I have a 2.5 hour break, so that's kind of
Okay.
like
Oh, that's nice.
it's been those 2.5 hours have been like recon time. So we find like we've been finding places downtown,
Oh, nice.
and I'll jump on a train and either I know an address or my buddy sends me an address, and I'll walk around see what we can find. He might drive around see what he can find. It's kind of a team effort.
Yeah. Is that like your main friend that you explore with or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have the two of you been exploring together?
Probably maybe 4 years now.
Okay. How'd y'all meet?
So I'm part of a beard club.
Oh, that's right. I meant to ask you about that sooner. Yeah, tell me more about that.
We're a non for profit organization. Um, we're the Chicago Bearded Villains of Chicago.
Okay.
Do non for profit work. We've done coat drives. We've done shoe drives. What did we just worked on the book bag drive we did.
Oh, nice.
Polar plunge. What else? We've fed the homeless. We've done a lot. I mean, if it's not for profit and we can, gather up necessities to help people out, that's what we do.
Oh, nice. So how did that get started?
It was 10 years ago. There was like this worldwide network of bearded men, and they started as a clothing line, and they got featured on IG if they bought the clothes. So then, like, us in Chicago decided to stretch it out to giving back to the community. Chicago's been around for about 10 years now, I believe, the Chicago chapter. And their first goal was to do a homeless outreach with just a handful of guys. And they gave back to the community. They, they handed out food, jackets, just hit the streets, boots to the ground.
Oh, wow.
And then from there, it kind of like grew on to like other guys in Chicago. Like I've been in it now for a few years. It's been a blast. It's continuing to be a blast. And my buddy came in and he joined the club, and we found out like, hey, I like taking pictures. You like taking pictures. Let's compare pictures and stuff. And it was like, oh, have you seen this spot? This is a pretty cool spot. I'm like, no, I didn't. That looks abandoned. He was like, yeah, it's this one spot. And from there, we just clicked. We started brainstorming on other spots, and what type of out of the box ideas can we get into? Where can we go? Like not just your normal outings. Like everybody goes to a bar to hang out, or to
You're like, I want to go to an abandoned bar.
let go abandoned where nobody's around and it's just whatever.
Yeah.
That's how we ended up just hanging out. We both have kind of busy schedules, but we get together. We send each other notes on what's here, what's there. All right, let's put something together, and we're gonna run it on this day. Like this summer was actually like our busiest exploring time that we've done. Like I think we hit like maybe 3 times a month throughout the summer.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah, for us, yeah, we're like, how did we even fit this in?
Do you guys live near each other?
He lives like 25 minutes from me now.
Well, that's really cool. I know it helps to have a really good friend to explore with, especially if there's one person that you can usually
Yeah. Oh,
rely on.
no doubt. It's been.
Yeah.
I went exploring a few times by myself, and it's been fun. I went to this one church. It was in the start of the demolition, and they had it locked up with the fence and everything. But they left the was it the backhoe, the giant claw thing, like hanging over the
Mhm.
fence. So I was like, that's not real smart. Like, let me climb.
You're like, I'm gonna use that.
Exactly. Like, okay, got in there, and I freaked myself out though because as I was in there, like the more I was in there, just walking around catching. Like it even looked more freakier because like the walls were already starting to be torn down. Like they had like one cross just like in pieces because they forgot to take it out of the church, and it was just all crumbled up, hanging off of one wall.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, and as I'm in there longer, I'm looking around. I'm just getting comfortable because I'm like nobody's around. It's all good. Like and it was starting to snow like really bad, like a blizzard. And I'm in there. Like now, I start hearing like footsteps and shoveling.
Oh, hell no.
I'm like, oh, jeez, oh. I hope it's nobody. And I couldn't really tell looking out the window of the church what was around me. So I'm freaking myself out. Like, oh, jeez, they're cleaning up the site. Rest of the demolition. Like this is crews coming in. I gotta find somewhere to go. Where am I? Where am I? Like where can I crawl out of? Like I mean that was like one of my first alone explorers. Oh yeah, I just freaked myself out with that.
Mhm.
I had
Way easier to do when you're by yourself because you just get into your head about every little sound and every little notion, and you're just like, "What the fuck was that?"
the birds. And don't get all these birds stuck in your area because
Oh god, I know, that's the worst.
I was at this public park not too long, a couple days ago. It was the site of one of the steel mills in Chicago. All that's left now are walls, so it's just a bunch of walls. Half of it, like a portion of it, are climbing walls. Like people can bring their climbing equipment and climb up these walls. And the other half is still property of this steel mill place. It's like, but I found myself wandering, around and finding all these little crevices and holes and caves and like, oh, but I was kind of mad too because I didn't prepare myself that day to be out. I came in. I like to explore in boots. I always because you never know what the hell you're going to be walking on or
What you're gonna step on.
exactly. And this
Mhm.
just out and about in my Chuck Taylors. And then I found this one spot. I was like, "Oh, I really want to go in here," but I see a lot of stuff on the ground. Like, I don't trust myself. Next thing you know, I'm gonna
Mm-mm.
nail in my foot, or I'm gonna fall into some still water in the area and just get all gushy in my foot.
Have a leech.
Yeah, exactly. But it was cool because like in between the walls was like it felt like you were in like the caverns of Land of the Lost.
Mhm.
They had all these. greenery everywhere, all of these bushes and giant grass.
So nature just pretty much took over in there.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I love when that happens.
And like the fact that it was only walls left of this place was even more like wow. And it looks like land of the lost type of deal, like
Mm-hmm.
caverns or mountains. If I didn't know any better and I just stumbled upon that place, I would think like, oh, these were like ruins of who knows what, some type of ancient,
You're like, all of a sudden, I'm in ancient Greece
like inside.
in the middle of Chicago.
Yeah, like someone asked me like, oh my god, where are you? Like Chicago.
You should have been like in Rome.
Right, right. There's certain
I'm on vacation.
they have archways in like the middle of some of these walls, and I was like, holy crap!
That's crazy.
I spent way more time than I was supposed to when I only went down there because I've heard of it numerous times, and I never thought it was gonna look like that though. I was like, for a public place, this is like a dream.
I love it. Do you have any like bucket list spots that you want to explore one day?
I wouldn't say like I have a certain spot, but I do want find more prisons.
Yeah, that's a good thing to have on your list for sure.
That's what I want to. Yeah, I would definitely want to. I was supposed to hit one a while. I was in vacation like a couple years ago, and I just found out recently they tore it down. There's like none of it left.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
that's how I was. I'm kind of disappointed. I was like, man, I was supposed to go. Even if it was just take a peek,
Hmm.
but
That's sad.
it's one of those things. You always when you hit that snooze button, you're like, oh, just a couple more. I could wait a couple more days. Yeah, I waited a couple more years, and now it's gone.
I know. That's always the sucky part. Another one bites the dust.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will let you get into your explorer's track if you had time to think about that and you have one picked out. Let me know what that is.
I'm a big fan. Like for going exploring, it's always been like Rise Against and Fall Out Boy.
Okay, I did not expect you to say that, and those are very good picks. So yeah, I'm here for the journey.
Yeah,
I'm here for the emo journey.
always me in the go mode.
Hmm.
Like I'm still a big mixed DJ person. Like I grew up with house music and just the DJ sets. Like my parents too. They were like, "What are you listening to? Like, come on, like your brain
Hmm.
blow up." It's music. Like getting prepared too. I got my buddy coming in, and we're hitting up it's called North Coast Music Fest. It's a giant EDM festival this weekend.
Ooh, where's that at over there where you're at in Chicago?
Yeah,
Or?
in Bridgeview. It's a neighboring town.
Okay.
It's called Seek.
Oh, nice.
He's coming in from Arkansas. He lived here for a little while, and now he's coming back. He's like, "Let's go be tourists." I'm like, "All right, cool, let's go." I'm down. I always like to go see my city, and then like
Yeah.
when we figure, my buddy and I that I explore, we always say like, we always get people from out of town, and we take them to bars or just wherever. Why don't we take them somewhere cool, like a bando? And I said, all right, yeah, let me see me running by him. And I was like, hey, I told my buddy, I'm like, hey, you want to go to a bando rooftop? He's like, is that a bar? It's gonna be a rooftop.
You're like BYOB though.
Like that we found recently has a beautiful view of the skyline. Like like this would be a perfect spot to like chill out of towners. Like this is where you come to Chicago and you come see. Like you come
Shit, I would love that.
right. I'm like, this is the stuff that I feel like I would want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love it.
I feel like I would go visit my friends that don't live in my area way more often if that was the incentive. And they were like, hey, when you get here, let's go urbex. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah,
But now you see me once a year.
got other stuff.
I'd rather be urbexing.
Got other stuff.
I love it. All right. Well, we can wrap this up if you want to let people know where they can find you, like social media or anything else that you've got going on, if you want to shout that out here.
My biggest is just IG. It's my Lisiaga, Liceeagak. And I play most of the time on Instagram. That's all I really do.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time and for coming on to do this interview.
Oh, this has been a blast.
I'll obviously be in touch with you and keep you posted every step along the way.
For sure. I'm excited. I don't know.
And then you can send it to your friend who's been impatiently waiting.
Right? Yeah. He's like, you gotta let me know when you do it. After this, I'm gonna text him. I'm like, got the interview done.
Yeah, he'll be so happy.
We're supposed to get together this weekend too. Like we got our buddy coming in from out of town, so we might go see that Bando rooftop.
Oh, yeah. Well, that'll be fun. You can listen to your podcast episode while you're up there. That'll really bring it full circle.
Right. You're gathered, buddy, for this special moment.
Bring your little Bluetooth speaker.
Exactly.
That was my conversation with Kenneth, an explorer not only of forgotten spaces, but of what it means to build community and purpose through brotherhood and charity. His stories remind us that while we chase echoes in empty places, the most lasting ones are found in connections we make along the way. If you want to follow more of his adventures, check him out on Instagram at Liceeagak. And if you'd like to follow more journeys into the abandoned, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Urbex Echoes and on Facebook at Echoes of Elsewhere. And before I sign off, I'm excited to share something new. I've launched a poetry project on Instagram, so if you like poetry and abandoned places, and more specifically, poetry inspired by abandoned places, feel free to follow along at Abandoned Autumn. And for a deeper dive into my writing, you can find my blog, The Autumn Archives, on Substack. Links to both are in the episode description, and I would love for you guys to read along and join me there. As always, thank you for listening to Echoes of Elsewhere. Until next time, keep exploring the allure in the abandoned, the beauty of decay, and the echoes of elsewhere.